Hey, good evening. I hope all is well. I hope everybody had a great day. It's 9 o'clock on the dot, and not to waste anybody's time, I just want to talk a little bit to you all about growing your business, right? Bottom line is, right now with this wholesaling and real estate strategies, retirement strategies, all these are ways to grow your business and make you more marketable, right? Make you some money, make you some income, and keep you kind of sort of on task, right? So my whole purpose is right now just to try and see what are the goals. One of the ways to grow your business is to find out what is your business. Real estate is not a business of making money for yourself. It's a business for helping others. So the first thing is, in order to be successful, you have to want to help as many people as possible. I literally got a phone call today from a wholesaler. He asked me about a property, and he asked me what's my name, my pop's name, my dad's name. And I just went ahead and said, let me entertain this anyway. I said, well, I'll check with him and see if he's interested. I said, how did you come across his phone numbers? And I thought I thought he got it from a cash buyer's list. However, he received a number from a code violation list, a property my pops just bought this summer from a person for a very reasonable price. But I don't think of course, my dad don't do all his research to make sure the property is good. It's got a code violation on it. And so I went ahead and entertained the young man because this person says that, hey, I really didn't call. I said, okay, how much you willing to offer? So when I tell him how much you can offer the property, uh, what will be the cost? And he said, I haven't did my homework on that yet. I just want to make sure I don't want to waste my time. I immediately like, wait a minute, hold on. You calling somebody to buy their property and you don't do the research on the property before you call? And then you're like, well, that's gonna waste my time. I'm scaling my business and I'm calling so many people, and I just don't want to waste my time doing research when a person may say no or this or that. So, and that's a way. I'm not saying it's wrong or right. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that um, that person seems like they're out for themselves and not out for to help the people that call, right? So I asked him, I said, I asked him, was it a cash buyer list you pulled in? He said it was a code violation. I'm like, okay, great, too easy. And then he said, no, I didn't call you based on cash buyers. I said, but if I'm a cash buyer, I can buy more properties. And if you're a wholesaler, you can go find those properties for me. That's your chance to interview me and find out if you want some other properties or I want some other properties and you can go find them for me. And he's like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So very interesting that the young man called and I asked him a question about that. And I just really entertained him because I wanted to assist him with learning the process a little bit different. And I asked him, has he been coached? Nope. He's doing it on his own full time. He did tell me about some good ways he pulling lists. Great. He called somebody. Great. I answered the phone. Great. However, when we started talking, I told him words mean things. And when you saying stuff to someone that possibly want to sell their property, you definitely want to come across like, hey, I only want your property on this situation. So I asked him how many rental properties there. He said none, right? None. I said, well, okay then. So how do you plan on getting some? I plan on getting a creative way. Okay. So how you gonna grow your business if you have all the plans, but you don't know what the client wants? Right. So I asked him the question. I said, you have to have, I said, have you ever worked on a car before? He like, no, I don't work on cars. I said, okay, have you fixed anything in your house? And then the phone hung up. And he called me back later on. I guess the call just dropped. So nonetheless, he called me back. I said, hey, what I was getting at before the phone hung up is you got to have a toolbox with a lot of tools inside of it. That means you have to be ready for whatever is said by that person you're trying to help to assist them. You can't be a mechanic and have one tool in your toolbox and work on only one car because cars got so many different, you know, nuggets and bolts and screws, right? So I'm like, you have to listen to what's going on. You can't just come there thinking you're going to get it this way. You have to come there with a lot in here between these 6 inches so that you can meet the seller's need or the buyer's need. And he like, that makes a lot of sense. He said, you trying to get me to be your mentee, huh? You want me to be your mentee? I'm like, brother, you didn't ask for this. I'm just giving you information and insight. I mean, at the end of the day, I want you to win. And I told him about my class, this free training right here, where we just giving information away for free. He said, you giving it away for free? For free. And guess what? He said he's gonna call me and send me a number. So he'd get on, and he didn't call and send me because I had a conversation with him in front of everybody on the call tonight. I had pivot, right? So the whole point of me telling you this and sharing this with y'all is that at the end of the day, I want him to win. I want him to win. I want him to get better at what he's doing. And I want him to feel comfortable with what he's doing. And I want him to be happy with what he's doing. And I want, for the most part, him to care about the people that he's calling. Because if you call him and I got a code violation on my house, and you tell me you ain't got time to, do comps before you call me, I may be in a bind, and you told me I got a code violation, and I might be already frustrated by other stuff. And all of a sudden you call me and say, hey, you got code violation in this house. So, any kind of way you're interested in selling it, and I help you get rid of it, or I'll buy it from you if the price is right, or I know how to get that code violation fixed. Then guess what? You came with a solution to my problems. You even brought me a problem with a solution that I may not know about, right? So he was happy. He did take in what I was saying, and he did kind of give me some insight on why he does what he do, because he's scaling his business. He got a virtual assistant. He's calling several people a day. He's sitting by the phone. He's talking to people, and he's making a little money doing it, right? But he ain't got no rental properties yet. So that's not a bad thing, but he's making an income. He's feeding his family. And he said that most folks accept it when he said he didn't have time to do it. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. I don't know. I don't tell people that. I tell folks, hey, look, let me set up a higher authority. Let me get back my partner. I'm the one that calls people. My partner is the one that does the other part. So let me just make sure that you're a good fit first. And I would have staged it like that instead of just saying, hey, I didn't do that because I didn't know if you're going to say yes or no. And I guess on that note, you always want to go in with a positive attitude, thinking that everybody's going to say yes. You always go there and then you find out how to get them to say yes. If they answer on the phone and they talking to you for longer than 5 minutes, then they may be interested in something. I ain't gonna say interested in what you're selling or what you're doing, but they're interested in something for the talk to you longer than 5 minutes. You just gotta find out what it is they're interested in. And you gotta find out what it is they want. And you gotta figure out how to give them what they want, because that's what business we are in real estate. It's not about real estate. It's about helping people and helping others get what they want. And as many times as you can help somebody else get what they want, the law of attraction is going to come back to you. So the first thing I would say to do to help scale your business, as a sidebar from what I was just, the story that led me into this, you should first be set a goal, set a real goal about how much you want to make in real estate, right? Some of y'all on this call got your own business, got your own job, got your own other stuff. You make money out there. So if you want to do real estate, you need to set a little individual goal for that. I really believe in 7 forms of income, 7 forms. You should have 7 sources coming in, flowing money in, and you're not working for it. It's not the income that you're working for. You got 7 different directions where money coming from different directions and it's flowing, whether it be stocks, whether it be real estate, whether it be private lending, whether it be a business adventure that you're doing with somebody else, with different people. It's so many different ways to build those incomes, whether it be teaching class like I'm trying to, whether it be whatever, man. I mean, you just think about your life and what you want, and you should have streams of income flowing through so that you can keep it flowing, right? And so that's first, set a goal. Then after you say your goal, you need to write that goal down and look at it every day, read it every day, practice it every day, right? The more you see it, the more your mind is trained to do what it says do. Our brain is very unique, right? It's all about your mindset. What you tell your brain is what you feel and what you think. If you wake up in the morning, you telling yourself, I'm having a bad day today, then your brain saying, okay, he's having a bad day. Let me show him what a bad day is. Okay, everything somebody say to you, it seems like it's coming out negative, it's coming out bad, it's coming out ugly, it's coming out crazy. You told your brain to think you having a bad day. Now, just like it, you can flip that and then you say you're having a good day, right? And everything you do, and somebody can be stepping on your foot. Oh man, you try to do that. You know what? No problem. You all right, you good. Somebody pulled out in front of you, man, they in a hurry. They try to get where they going, right? And you told your brain that, hey, I'm having a good day. So you ain't trying to look for the bad in nobody, you look for the good. So with reading your goal every day, your mind is triggered on how to fix your goal and how to reach your goal. That's why I said daily goals. Every day you're meeting the standard if you set a goal a day, right? So if you set a goal, my goal would be to make offers, right? If you don't make any offers, you can't get no acceptance. And people don't say no to your offer. They're just saying, no, not right now. They're just saying, nah, I'm not going to take that one right now. Because you got to follow up. So you making a goal to make an offer, then you make a goal to follow up. And if you're making goals to make offers all the time and then follow up with people in a good amount of time, then guess what you start getting? You start getting actual people accepting your offer. That's when you get the yes. Because people don't say, if they answer the phone and they talk to you for longer than 5 minutes, they're interested in something, right? They're interested in something. All right, then next you want to know your numbers. Again, the young man called me and he asked me about, hey, yeah, I want this property. He called me my dad's name, but he didn't know his numbers. I said, how much you willing to offer? Know your numbers. If you call in a certain zip code and you stay within the zip code, you know your numbers because you're going to do business in that one zip code or two zip codes or three zip codes, not all these other zip codes, those three zip codes. All you need to start off with like three or start off with one. Get great with one and then move over to two, then move over to three zip codes. So you should know your numbers. Think about how smart that is. You just got a niche. You got a small crowd, a box, a circle, whatever you want to call it. You're triggering people, and you're targeting that area, and you're driving buyers and sellers in that area. Now you know your numbers. You ain't got to guess. Once you make 2 or 3 sales, you know your numbers. Once you know how the people talk and think and everything, most folks don't have the same kind of personality in those areas. It's just how easy this business is. All right, next you want to scale your business. You want to keep on trying to get your name out there. You want to keep on trying to multiply your efforts. And then you want to gain people like I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to grow this organization with people that want to get in this business and keep it moving, scaling my business. Now it's not only me working, 2 people working, 3 people working. Not only my name working, I got marketing working. I got you telling other folks, y'all telling other people, and we all telling everybody about each other. Now we're scaling our business because now it's not a conversation between Terrence and you. Now it's a conversation between SL and Terry and Terrence. So now that's 3 people. I just multiplied. And if y'all all saying the same thing I'm saying, and then you gain 2 more people, then you gain 2 more people. And we all saying the same thing that me and Joe said, and we pushing that same message out to everybody over and over again. You see how that scales your business? And then people come back and then money start flowing because you start with one. You know what I'm saying? What the Bible says, if you can take care of one, they'll give you more, right? God will bless you with more, right? So you got to scale your business, start out. Then next you got to have a unique position, right? My thing is I'm investing in a small zip code. I'm trying to help as many people in that zip code. I'm using the same type of process with all of them. I got a toolbox for any questions asked. So, hey, maybe they want to buy cash. Maybe they want to sell cash. Maybe they want to sell with owner finance. Maybe they want to sell with a creative finance. Maybe they want to do subject to. My toolbox got to be big enough to handle whatever the conversation is to market to them. And then I'm coming genuinely to help them. The uniqueness is I'm not trying to just make money. The money going to come by me helping. The money coming by me giving this away for free. You know, once I start getting these groups and we start building these groups up, because myself and Joe, we are actually doing this meetups now in Texas, Virginia, DC, Los Angeles, New York, Cincinnati. We're doing it more than once. We're doing it like over and over again now. And we're starting to scale our business, right? We're trying to scale it. So we're growing this. So we're being unique. We're offering people opportunity to learn for free. And then we're trying to help them with their own piece. And then we offer a coaching class, right? We writing books right now. He's got his book on the thing now. I got my book in proofing and editing. I'm writing another book right now for just giving the course outline and teaching you how to do this stuff step by step in the book, right? The people that's in the coaching class, I'm gonna bless y'all with that one once I finish it. And then we're gonna move forward with another book on fix and flip, another book on Burr, another book on other stuff. So he's caught on to the fact that, hey, the book writing thing may be a good idea because your money keep on working while you sitting in bed sleep, right? And that's what we plan on doing. So I'm just giving it to y'all now. We're gonna do this and we're making it happen. So create more value. So the thing about it is the young man called me today and he called me for a property. I created more value for him by giving him advice on how he should word stuff different, say stuff different, should have his numbers already together, at least a assumption of the numbers, understanding that if he calling people with code violations, he need to be more targeting the fact that they letting them know why you calling and how you got the number. That way now you come in with you gave value. You brought a situation and you want to come with a solution if you find out what their problem is. You can't come with a solution, you don't know their problem. You just know they got one problem, a code violation. Now you got to figure out, is that really a problem to them? And once you figure out if that's really a problem to them, then you can solve their problem. But you got to get to the root of it, right? So we got to get on the phone without the idea that we want to make money. We got to get out. We can't get in real estate to make money. You have to get in real estate to help people and build relationships and make a difference in somebody's life. And the more difference you can make in other people's lives, the more they're going to tell other people about you. And when they tell other people about you, that's what's going to bring the business to you, right? You want the referral game. You don't have to do that much marketing if your name out there referral. I know so many people don't have any commercials, right? I know so many people don't have any bulletin boards and they're making money. I know so many people that make a lot of money through word of mouth. Y'all already know them people because you out there telling folks about that restaurant you ate at. You telling folks about that club you hung out at. You telling them people about that hotel you stayed at and how nice it was. You telling people about that vacation you went on. And they folks ain't even publicizing stuff. People just come to them based off of word of mouth. So if you can help as many people, then those people can get out there and tell other folks about you. I told a guy, I don't have to scale my business. I have folks call me with opportunities all the time because they know that I'm genuinely trying to help somebody out their situation. Now, I'm not looking out for the money. I'm looking out for the person. The money will come. When the deals make sense, hey, I close, I make a little money. The deal don't make sense, I tell them what their options are regardless. I had a classmate from college called me, her house in foreclosure. All I said was, how can I help you? What assistance do you need? Do you have a real estate agent? And she asked me, was I a real estate agent? I'm not. I'm an investor, but I still can help you. She said, well, they told me to get a real estate agent. I said, well, do what they tell you to do. If you need me, I'm here. Let me figure out what to help you with. If your house can go to short sale, what's the numbers? What's this? What's that? But I'm not going to be pushy because that's your business. I'm trying to help you with your business. I don't have to have a house. I don't have to do anything else besides know your numbers and help you with your numbers. Help somebody find that property that may want that property, help you out of your problem, or tell you what to do or recommend what to do to you for you to help you with your problem. That's it. That's my goal, to help, right? So create value. And then not only did I create value with the young man that called me today about the wholesale, I over-delivered. I gave him more information and more information and more information, right? So the next thing you want to do is over-deliver whenever you work with somebody. I can tell you about one of my houses I bought for $4,500. The house was burned out in one room, but the whole house had to be gutted out because the room was burnt out. It was an older house. And the person that had the house, they didn't want anything besides furniture. That's all they wanted was furniture in the other house that they just got because the insurance gave them enough money to buy another house and put the money down and blah, blah, blah. So all they wanted was some furniture. So I was like, hey, look, I'll buy that with my credit card. But so happened, the house had not had a probation going on. So they had to do a probate and they had to go to a lawyer and do all that. So after that, I just said, let me just pay the money in cash and get the house that way. And that way I can get it. But I knew they wanted, and I knew how to help them. I could literally have bought that property with my credit card and told them to deed me the house over. And I paid for the notary statement and all that stuff and go to do the deed and all that stuff. So, but it's all good. I knew what their problem is. I wouldn't help Then I over deliver by paying for their probate and paying for everything else to make sure they happy. And guess what? Them folks go by their house that we remodel and look on it, look through the windows. I told my uncle, the next time they come to the house, let them in, let them walk through it. Because we told them we're going to do this. And they made them believe us because it's been 2 years ago. But I wait, right? To refinance a house now, sometime it take 18 months, a 24-month seasoning clause. So I buy the house, I sit on it, I keep the yard cut, I pay the tax for a year. After a year, I start working on it. By the time I finish working on it, I can refinance it because I had it for 18 months or 2 years. That's just smart. I mean, that's it. It's a strategy to keep me in shape, to keep my money rolling, right? And keep it flowing. Manage the process. I just told you how I manage that process, right? You have to be able to manage whatever you're doing when you're communicating with people, following up. Again, I told you, when you call people the first time, they may not be ready to sell then. But if they answer the phone and talk to you for more than 5 minutes, they're interested in something, because they call, you call, they answer. You're entertaining them. So as long as they're entertaining you on that phone, they're interested in something. So they may not be saying yes right now, but they may say yes later if you follow up and show a genuine interest in them. Somebody else can offer them more money. But if you show a genuine interest in them and their problem, their solution, and try to figure out a solution for them, they willing to sell you that house at the price you want because they feel like you're a fair person that care about what they want. That's why I'm saying this is a relationship business. It's not in the business of real estate. It's not in the mention of selling property. It's a mention to help you in the business of helping someone with a pain point once you figure out and discover that pain point, right? And once you discover that out, it's not to mess over them. It's now I know what your situation is. Now I know how I can help you. So in real estate, that's the most important thing. And then the next thing is just be coachable and listen, all right? Keep these ears open. Listen to the key words they're saying because they're telling you what their problem is. They're communicating and they're struggling in some area or they don't know something in one area. And this was another thing that I want to say right here in this part. Most folks only buy one house in their whole life or two. The average maybe 2 or 3, right? I think maybe 2 or 3 houses may be an average. So if you have any more knowledge than they do by researching and gathering information as we give out, you actually consider a subject matter expert compared to them. Just chew on that for a second. If you studied real estate and learned a little bit about wholesale, learned a little bit about fix and flips, learned a little bit about BRRRR, learned a little bit about creative financing, just a little bit. These folks just went to a loan officer, got a loan, went to either found a realtor, bought a house, got a home warranty, paid for the inspection, got a house. When they sold it, they listened to the realtor and the title company, and they just got a check and they moved out of the way. They haven't really studied the market. They really haven't figured out how real estate works, what's the purpose of real estate, all the different options in the toolbox. They're just going through the motion, just like when you go buy a car. Look how many people buy cars on a daily basis. They get ripped off because they don't do any homework and don't know nothing more than just to go get a car. See, I know to buy a car at the end of the month, right? I know to go in there with your check or with the amount of money you're going to spend first and tell them. I know not to tell them I'm going to trade a car in. I know to tell them I'm not trading nothing in. I just want one car from you. Oh, your car nice. Yeah, it's nice, but I'm keeping it. I love my car. I need this car for this price. And then I know that after they get my price on paper and wrote it out, that's when I decide to trade my car in. I know to look up the Kelley Blue Book or the NCAI or whatever the other one is, NECTA or whatever it is, the N-word initials. I know to look up all the different Kelley Blue Book, all that stuff. I know to look up all that stuff before I go to there and see what's the fair market value, the fair market value, the up, X, and whatever it is. Whenever I trade them in, I know not to wait till my car get to the warranty. Yeah, NADA. Yep, that's right, NADA. And those are N-word. So I know to do all that. So when you're knowledgeable about something more than other people, you get to make a better and wiser decision on things. So a lot of you on this call, that been on the call, been listening to real estate. If you go talk to somebody else about a property, guess what? 9 times 10, they don't know as much as you know. And they listening to you if you sound like you halfway know what you're talking about. So there's no reason to be scared to talk to them. You have investors out there that don't know that much. They just know one strategy and they do it over and over and over again. And that's how they get their properties. That's it. I know several investors that had 50 houses, 25 houses. They use one strategy over and over again, and they became great at that one strategy. One of my mentors, he bought all this house with credit cards. That's back in the days when they didn't have that seasoning clause for the amount of time it take for to refinance a house. He'll buy a house under the ARV, the value of it, right? The market value. He'll buy with a credit card. Within that 30 days, he'll refinance it, and he'll get all his money back, pay the credit card bill off, and have a new property and have a tenant in that rent. He bought all his houses like that. He used his credit card to buy a house, and he got up to like 25, I want to say. I know other people that started way before me. They told me their systems, and all their systems were very slow, and they kept the same system over and over and over again. I have a toolbox with Burr, creative financing, subject to low or no money, zero down, right? I know those things because I done read so many different books, listened to so many YouTubes, listened to so much stuff. Now I have this toolbox in my head that when somebody's talking to me, all I have to do is pivot based off of what they're saying, but I have to listen to what they're saying. So if you want to scale your business and grow your business, the most important thing to understand is in real estate, you're not selling and buying property. You're helping people with a problem. You're the solution. You get paid off of being the solution to the problem. And you just have to have a toolbox thick enough and big enough that you can dig in there and grab some out and fix that problem. That's all I really have for y'all tonight. I mean, that was pretty short, simple, to the point, and I think it was thorough. Y'all can unmute now and open up, ask any questions and make any comments and go from there. I know y'all can be that quiet now. I guess a lot of information I put out there. I gave y'all at least 8 ways on how to scale your business in a positive way. Now I'll recap. First you need to figure out what's your end state. Make a goal, right? I know some of y'all got out late. So first you need to make a goal. What do you want to do? You want to make so much money a month, so much money a year. Then next you need to write that goal down and you need to read it every day, right? That way your mind is trained to be doing what you say you're going to do, right? You read. Like, I mean, when I first started, I wrote that stuff down on my mirror in the bathroom. While I'm brushing my teeth, I'm reading my goals. You know what I'm saying? While I'm washing my face, I open my eyes, I'm reading my goals. And then I set goals every day, period, anyway, right? That way, every day I'm working for a reason, not just for someone else. Then you have to make a lot of offers. You got to make offers. If you're not making offers, then you're not going to scale your business. You gotta make commitments. You got to call people. You got to talk to people. They may say no, but they're not saying no right now. They're saying no today. That don't mean no tomorrow. So you follow up. And as you follow up, if they stay on the phone with you, then guess what? They're going to say yes sooner or later. And they could be getting somebody else offering you more. Then you have to multiply your business, right? I mean, no, then you have to know your numbers. You have to know what that market bears. You have to understand what makes sense when you talk to people. So if you know your numbers and you understand what makes sense for you to make money and for them to win, you know if the house paid off in full was winning. You know if they don't have enough equity in there, you know they can't use a real estate agent right then because they're going to pay the real estate agent out their pocket. That's when you do subject to. That's when you do creative financing, right? So you have to know your numbers and know, hey, this is why if you use a real estate agent, you coming out of your pocket with money, or you gonna make the seller pay for your real estate agent, which 9 times 10, the buyer gonna be like, I'm not paying for their real estate agent. I'm just paying for the house. That's your problem, right? So you got to know your numbers. Then you got to scale your business. You got to keep on multiplying your efforts. You got to be able to be marketing on different social media sites. You got to go out there and help so many people that they start telling other people about it. You got to start helping people learn the business so they can tell other folks what you're saying. And now you're multiplying. If they are bringing the business back to you, now you're helping everybody and you're helping yourself too. In order to get more out of life, you have to help other people more out of life. If you want more money, you got to give more money. If you want more love, you got to give more love, right? Whatever you want the most, you got to give the most. And then more gonna come back because it's called the law of attraction, right? Then you have to have a unique position, right? You have to have something that's different. If you're really sincere about that area you're working in and you're really talking to them and you find a way to really cater to them, that's a uniqueness because everybody care about me. Everybody care about what they want, right? So when you have to find a way to care about me personally, my uniqueness is I care about what you want. Ask you what's your goals, and I try and help you reach your goals. Period. Even everybody on this call, that's it. What do you want? And I'm patient enough to wait for you to do what you have to do to make your goal happen, and I'll talk you through it or listen to you do it. Right? Then you have to give value, create value, give value, and over deliver after you get it. So you don't make money based off of a big deal. You make money based off the value that deal have in it. A lawyer get paid more than the paralegal. The nurse get paid less than the doctor. The principal get paid higher than the cafeteria worker because the value of what they're doing, the value of the decision they got to make, the value they bring to the table. That's how, right? The mayor don't get paid the same thing as a cop. The value is different. What they give is different. Right? So you have to bring more value. You got to over deliver. You got to help people, as much as you can. You gotta walk them through it. A lot of times they just don't know. So you have to give more. And then you got to manage the process. You have to understand where you at in the process, and you got to keep following up, and you got to keep knowing what's the next step. And then you got to prepare the people for the next step that you're working with. In wholesaling, you can't just put a contract with this person, a contract with this person, or do one contract and assign it to this person, then just stop. No, you have to keep communicating to that person, the seller, and the buyer, and let them know what's going on. You have to keep communicating with the title company to know what's going on. And you got to be able to explain to the title company, hey, this is what I need to happen when. And then you got to go talk to those different people and let them know. You're the middle person that's making all this stuff happen. You're the glue that's sticking it together, right? And then you just got to be open to listen and take action. That's really it. So I just recap for everyone that's got on a little bit later what we have to say. What you got, Warren? I see you unmuted.
Yeah, real quick, I just wanted you to give a little bit more detail as far as what all is the details of wholesaling. I mean, like what does it entail? Yeah.
So wholesaling, the only thing wholesaling is entailing is getting control interest in the property, right? You can't sell a house, you sell a contract. So bottom line is you find somebody that's in need. You have somebody like, for instance, the young man that called me today, he called me about one of my pop's house got a code violation. So this person have a code violation of house, they have a problem. Now, if my pops was in a position where he don't have enough money to pay for that code violation to get it fixed and rectified, now that person got a problem. So if I call this person and I know my numbers in that community and I find out, hey, this property is worth $30,000, and I get on a contract with this person, that the code violation will probably be nothing but maybe $1,000. Let's say $1,000, just say a general number. I can get a contract on this house for $2,000 and the house worth $30,000. Then guess what? I can I would probably $3,500 at least. Get a contract, say, hey, look, $3,500, right? So I want that little gap in between where, hey, that $3,500, then I'm gonna have to pay for closing costs and that $1,000, and I make a little cushion in the middle, right? That's how that works pretty much. You put a contract on this person for the house for just what the violation is. Then you put a contract with somebody else for $35,000, the house worth $30,000. People jump on that all day long. You just created value. You're gonna help this person eliminate their problem by getting rid of the house with the problem on there, right? You're gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna pay all closing costs and everything, but you know what? You write this contract up, you sign the contract. The contract is assignable. You're not selling the property. You're selling the contract to somebody else that want to buy it for 35. Now, when they buy for 35, you pay all closing costs. So closing costs probably make like $300, $500, whatever, depending on how you do it. If you go to a title company, it'll be a couple more dollars because they're going to clean and give a good title and they're going to pay the back taxes or whatever it is. If you do it through a notary, then hey, that's just a deed over, deeding that thing over, and then you just get the check in the middle. But I would use a title company so that everything be done legally, properly, and you get your little check, and the title company will cut your check to you. So that's kind of sort of really what is wholesaling, a controllable interest in a property through a contract. write the contract up less than what the end buyer gonna buy it for, whether it be a retail buyer, cash buyer, whether it be a creative deal. You can actually wholesale a property in a title company, and you can have them pay you monthly on that. And you do a lease option to them and pay them off. I mean, pay yourself monthly so you can have a residual income coming in for a couple months. So there's so many creative ways of doing it. But the bottom line is the person that's selling the house and the person that's buying the house, it's a little gap between those two numbers, and you make the money in between, but with the minus of the closing costs. Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Yep. So some of the ways you can find those is Craigslist, Section 8, social serve, code violations. You can find all kind of people that's willing to hire landlords on Section 8 all day long, right? You can go Section 8, pick a zip code, pick a number, call the people. You get the landlord phone number and everything. You get to talk to the person and say, hey, look, are you interested in buying more houses, or are you interested in selling more houses? Or you want to sell your house you got? And that's how easy it is to start wholesaling. As long as you put that contract on there, you good. Now, if you're trying to sell a house and say, hey, look, you don't have a contract and you try to sell it there, and that's illegal. You've been acting like a realtor and you can't do that. You got to have that contract in place. What other questions we have? Gonna be a short night then. What you got, SL? I don't know if you aren't trying to unmute or not, but look, bottom line is, guys, we're here to help. We're trying to help as many. I didn't send any emails out, so everybody on this call either through word of mouth or either they got the reminder. The last email and text message I sent out was 2 weeks ago when I sent out that meetup. If you sign up for meetup, it should remind you. I got too much on my plate to keep on sending out emails all the time, so that's not a big deal. And plus, like I said, myself and Joe, we're doing meetups with Los Angeles, New York, Virginia, DC, Cincinnati, Texas, Houston, Dallas, all these different markets now. I can't be running behind nobody. And I'm not trying to, because I'm getting away for free. So at the end of the day, I'm just trying to help as many people as possible, but I can't work myself to death doing it. So I send that meetup out. People can sign up with that meetup, and that meetup is going to remind you about these meetings. So not try to dismiss it, but hey, 100 things on play. I got a couple papers to write tonight. But I appreciate y'all time. I hope that you did, Brian, find value in what I share with you all. Just don't be afraid to take an action, because you're only one deal away from making a lot of money. What you got, Priscilla?
I just wanted to check with you and make sure you got those brochures that I text you.
The what? The brochure? Oh, shoot.
Those brochures from the event that I went to that I text you so that you could see what they had in them.
You know what? I think I did. You know, I've been tired of. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And I also had a question about, so is there going to be a change to this call since you're doing all these other meetups?
Nah, right now it's staying the same. I know Joe mentioned about possibly. I mean, we're doing a meetup, so people can jump on a meetup. So that's fine. We picking different dates and time for those meetups. I mean, we're doing them different time. We test the market out to scale our business. We just don't know what works. But I know that with Houston, I think we had like about 15, 20 people on, and the other first time. I know that a couple other spots that we hit up, is a lot of folks jumped on and they found value. And I'm working on, like I said, these other books and these other outlines. He's already created a couple of new PowerPoints. I mean, he took off with it. So we're actually using a lot of money, spending a lot of money in marketing, going through Fiverr. I don't know if y'all used them yet, but they basically proofreading and making stuff really nice for us and look professional. So if you actually, once y'all get a chance, please go to my YouTube page. You'll see that I got a banner now. I have thumbnails, I think they call it thumbnails, and other stuff. So we're trying to get more professional. And then I'm gonna start working on investing now 2021 to make that look more professional. That's what I'm gonna be pushing off with this. Williams Reality is supposed to be an introduction to everything, and it really wasn't supposed to be all this I'm doing. So I'm branching off to more. The investing part and coaching part is investing now 2021, and that's what we're gonna roll with. And we'll keep this as Williams Reality as my I don't know. It's both been my real estate business, but it's Williams reality because like whatever happens is what my reality is. So, but I don't know. We're gonna keep it growing and going. And he's actually in Alabama. That's why he's not on the call. He's having a meeting with a couple of people. We've been sitting on the phone like crazy, talking to different companies, different people about what's next. I'm sharing a lot of information with you and YouTube because we on YouTube. But I'm telling you, when I say that we finna turn a leaf, we finna turn a leaf soon because we pounding away. We're pounding away a lot of stuff. If y'all can see this desk over here, I got papers and books galore over here that I just working on so many different projects right now, trying to make this thing work. So just stay tuned, keep in touch, keep getting on. Hopefully, we can find a way to grow together with you all as well. That's the goal. I explained I know I talked to Warren earlier today about one of my goals. And I know I talked to Terry today about some of my goals. And me and SL talk all the time. And Priscilla, we talk all the time. Gina, thanks for joining us tonight. Hopefully one day we'll get on the phone and talk as well. But I got several people that, we're giving little pieces pie to, but I promise you, it's going to take off. It's going to take off soon.
Yes, it will. Speak it. Speak it, believe it, and receive it.
Oh yeah, that book will be done by the end of this month. The book been done. I just had to find the right people to proofread it. So my book is like 110 pages, 120 pages, something like that. So yeah, thanks for the value.
So when you do that event, you can have your book for sale at the event.
Absolutely.
Do a couple things with it.
Joe got his book ready almost now. Joe book
right.
And I'm working on the other book now. I'm working on the wholesale book first, and then he's gonna work on fix and flip book. So we getting it together. I promise you. And ain't no, like I stay up till like 2 o'clock in the morning just typing away. So we gonna make something happen. So thank y'all for your time. I hope y'all find something good with what I told y'all tonight. Remember, it's not about the money. It can't never be about the money. It have to be about helping. It have to be about helping people. If it's about helping people, you'll stay bidding a long time. You'll make some money, but you'll stay bidding a long time because people will tell people about how you help them, and they're gonna come back to you. So that's the most important thing. I hope you get out of what I said tonight. I hope y'all have a great evening. I got you, Lauren. I see you. And we'll talk soon. So y'all take care. Have a good night.
All right. Good night. Thank you.